It's all going to need to be fairly well timed in order to really get this rolling. And, well, the solo man that Sprout had sent towards A, going to be eliminated already. Initial pick, that pick happened over on A, over on Speedy, but nicely done. Shock finds out the first. Looking for more. lauNX does get the trade, but Rawls and lauNX trading it back and forth. Leaves it down to the final two. Rawls finds out one, leaving Shock all alone in the server. He's got a 3K to his name. This could be an ace. Finds out one. Now needs to find out the last. The time is running out, but lauNX will finish him off, and that will be Sprout taking a little bit of damage when it comes to HE. It's not been too chunky, but he's going to start to swing. Not going to work out for him. They lose the rifle advantage they may have had fairly early on. TomKey's direct. The rest of them are playing on these off angles, and the initial shots will work out for centers. TomKey's and Zedco find one each. lauNX there for the trade, but still dueling away. Can't seem to find out Forzy, and Forzy will win out that practical duel, leaving it down to Speedy and lauNX. Both of them extremely low, and TomKey's has an A1S. Coming up through short, might be able to catch one or two up. Gonna be able to find the first, looking for the second, wins it out, and the second round conversion will work. We'll see shots ring through. Rawls, sorry, able to find one out each during that confrontation on Banana. But it's all left down to Spitty. And, ooh, Spitty. Next shot, and he's done something crucial all of a sudden here. The plants and look to peek out. The fight will be taken by Spitty, though, and Spitty wins out one. Oh, dear God, this is worst case scenario all of a sudden. We will see Shock win it out in the end, but that is an expensive round for the side. They'll either stay 3-1 or go 2-2. I don't think this is being played through in terms of scoreline. Anyway. And, ooh, Rawls finds out B-Stick, but Shock there to trade it back. It's got the Classic Oven. Push gonna begin. Forzy gonna be really the linchpin here. Gonna look for a couple. He finds one in that boosted angle. But Shock there for the trade, puts it down to a 2 versus 3. Shock got traded. Oh, lauNX. Oh my God, lauNX. We'll start to see a push, and dang, Rawls flying through the air. It's out Zedco. One thing to note is Forzy does have an op here, and he is able to open things up with a goal of his own. B-Stick there for the other. And right now, this solo op is really doing the work. It's left all down to Starry. Very dicey. Oh, the timing. Oh, no. Starry. Certainly not. Alrighty, the first shot gonna work out nicely. lauNX. And Spitty gonna take first altercation up towards the apps. That's gonna get things rolling. Shock nearly loses that fight there with Spitty. The kill works out. TomKey's getting swung, wins his fight with Rawls. It's nicely done. He's looking to try and apply some pressure. Shock's position is known when a player jumps up on the box. And it's all. The push coming out. Oh, Shock! Oh, okay, yeah, it's just a little 3K. 2 through the smoke. As TomKey's is still on site to take fight, Slacks finds one. And TomKey's finds the final as B-Stick did find out Slacks. But, first frag. Ooh, Starry. Losing the fight with Forzy. That's a big one to get things rolling. We will see lauNX be able to catch out Zedco on a bit of an off angle. lauNX just swinging through. Who needs a flash when you can just be lauNX and peek through and find two? Of course, B-Stick does trade it out to even. And B-Stick gonna find out lauNX. Bomb is down as well, and it's under his control. And all of a sudden, they win the fight with Forzy out first, but only 8. Same time most likely. Really comes down to Rawls. He finds out one. Spitty in the corner. Loses his life, and that will be TomKey's clutching it up though. And Forzy, he's someone to always be quite aware of. lauNX finds out one. Zedco there for the trade on the Rawls. was still patiently waiting around. And ooh, big Beastique gets 3 and leaves it down to Slacks. That's all Tom Keys. Good timing on that spray. Well, Beastique really need to get things rolling. We could see Sinners look to snowball their map out of their control, and right now, that's what's happened. We see lauNX able to find out one. He's got to be careful, though, because Tom Keys still on the angle, looking to take a fight, gets the double, and leaves it all down to Rawls and Speedy. Rawls looking to peek through, does eliminate Tom. That's good. Zeko. He's able to get things peak. And quickly, Zeko. Able to find out Rawls with the help of Shock. A site doesn't have all too many players to fight on it. And with Zeko being found, it's really looking good for Sprout. Ooh, Slacks. Connects up with 1. Good for 2. This is looking like round number 4 for Sprout, unless Beastique does something stupid. And yeah, won't be able to do anything crazy there. Well, we can see either team look their economy broken. And right now, it's looking like Sinners may have theirs crushed. Do see them looking to get out towards sites. Ah, Zeko playing a little bit too aggressive. Loses his life. I think that's going to be the same. They're going to start to make their way through. lauNX finds out 1. Forza just now trying to save in the smoke and won't be allowed to. Over towards A as well. And the aggression from Tom Keys not going to pan out for him. He was looking to try and get a swing to find 1. They are pressuring down these players. Shock and Forza able to find 1 each. Shock there for a 3rd. Leaves it down to Zeko. And unfortunately there for Zeko, Rawls will eliminate him. Ooh. Starry. Big kill to get things rolling. Starry just tapping away right now. Absolutely demolishing Sinners there on Banana. Just tap, tap, tap into these fights, and that would be ideal. And, well, Shock, in fact, the one to be baited. Nicely done by Slacks, keeping things together. And Speedy is there for 1 for himself. Rawls trades it out. It's all down for it, and he is surrounded and eliminated. Well, a good... And, well, the shots start to ring through as lauNX hits 1. Nicely, Zeko. Keeping things wrapped up together, leaves it all down. The Slacks. Ooh, I thought there might have been a collateral possibility if there was a peek at the right time, but no timing for it. They're just hunting this player, and they'll eliminate him. And Sinners will keep it tied up together. But we do look at players swinging hard. They have CT control. Not CT control anymore. lauNX is eliminated. Or lauNX finds the elimination. For the sky, the push looking to come out. Kill will be found by Beastique, and that's Rawls eliminated. Let me notice this is a double up setup for Sprouts. If it's going to be done, it's going to be done now. Very quick scope by Slacks. Will like to hold things together for a little bit longer. Shock finds one. lauNX there for the other. Puts it down to a 2 versus 2. Forzy. And we looking to hold the angle. Clean out this post plant. And one is found. And that's Tom Keys to win the fight. Tom Keys in a very hard position to fight off against Slacks. And Slacks barely pulls it together. Being tagged down to 3 HP. Putting themselves in rounds prior. It looked really good. And like that, for instance. Shock, he peeks out a little bit too far. He was looking to maybe try and get information on a player there towards the balcony, but wasn't able to find it, and that's going to cost him his life. Zeko is able to trade out quickly. Going out towards B, drawing attention away from A, and it's going to work out as Tom Keys does get one. Will be eliminated there, but now the take towards A looking to come underway. They need to move quick now. There's a player already through Arcus. First shot's out. Spitty will connect for one of his own. They see the Opera. They don't want to duel him. It looks like the lock too. I don't think I like this. Dropping down. Zedko loses his life. Looking for a little bit more. lauNX peeks through and finds out Forzy. Ooh, there it is. Tom Keys. Over here, they do have the pressure still being applied towards that B site, but Spitty rotating towards A is able to find out one. Starry good for the other. That's what I was concerned about. They do lose 2 players, and Spitty responding in kind, able to find them out with the USPS at the end, cleans it up and puts a 13th on the board. Let's see Rawls gain a kill. That'll be Beastique. Spitty gonna get timing on one to find it through the smoke. That's Zedko eliminated. These players split up and stalled out. Slacks just so quick with the op right now. Finds one, Rawls finds the other, and leaves Forzy all alone. And he'll be found out as well. 15. And map points achieved for this. We will see Rawls looking for one. He finds the first kill. It's gonna be Shock found out. Forzy able to get 2. Zedko gets 1. This is where they could be looking to keep it alive, as they do crack open this sides. Slacks gonna be found out there at the end as well. Leaving it all down to lauNX. He's stuck in a 1v4. And he could look to opt to save, but we'll find one on the opposite side of the map. Oh, the shot's out. lauNX will commit to a second. And he's not. That will be round 11 for centers. Zedko swings, finds out one. That's going to be that A pressure and control starting to be made. As Slack swings out and is eliminated as well. Spitty keeps things alive for the time being, but is eliminated all the same. Starry on the opposite end of the map, able to find the kill out. All the way to overtime if they want to find it, and Slacks gains the first. See it brought back down. Ooh. Quick kill out of Forzy. Connects with one up. Try and isolate some of these fights, but lauNX finding out the kill onto Beastique. Again, this we'll see one look to play aggressive, and unfortunately there for Tom Keys. They'll be eliminated. They pulled over rotates though. Play aggressive. He's gonna fight with Spitty and Starry first. Starry gets found out. Spitty finds one as well. The trade is good, leaving it down to Forzy. Forzy up in hand, sitting in pit. Needs to find out one. Is flashed out to begin with. Pressure down and eliminated. That'll be lauNX to take the final kill and gain round 16. Thrown in initial shots being fired. Starry catches out a little bit of damage, but wins out the first fight nonetheless. Tom Keys good for one before he falls. Beastique following suit. Forzy against Shock side. They're going to start to make some noise and start to be seen as well. Rotate's going to come through quickly. They could look to deny. They got Rawls already in graffiti. He's going to look to meet the bomb. Bomb needs to get planted. 6 seconds on the clock. It's going to be found out by Slacks and Rawls to find the final. That will be Sprout. Now as we roll into the rounds. Ooh, Spitty finds out one on the Zedko. Shock looking to take a fight as well, but won't be able to win that one out. Now the final 3 of Sinners, they will start to make their way towards A. Orzi already up on site. His teammate's not going to be there to back him up. But that's going to be just fine as Slacks has found out. I'll give a little bit more sight to get the plant. He's going to be denied and eliminated. That's well played by Sprout. But the 3 remainders of Sprout converging finds one out. That's Forzi eliminated and Beastique going to be able to save over the Kalashnikov. But no, Slacks finds out a big one. Looking for more. Beastique able to gain one as well. Trades it. Does get boosted up. Oh, Forzi. That's a hot one-tap to eliminate the all presence. But Beastique found out nonetheless. Gonna be looking to peek out first and try and find an advantageous pick. And Rawls gonna be able to find him out instead. Rawls good for 2 and 3. That's a 4K for Rawls. Looking quite... Quick shot by Slacks. Honestly thought player might have been caught out there, but Shock nonetheless able to diversify a little. And ooh, that's huge out of Shock. That's going to be them calling the rotate most likely. The A side to bank finds out lauNX is going to be huge, but right now Sprout are just being picked apart one after another. Rawls caught off as well. lauNX now all alone finds one. Will tag down to 22 and forced into Graffiti. Time will run out. And lauNX finds one before he... Oh, man. They had A side and B side for the plant. Dear God. Round's underway and well, it's not panning out for Sinners. Oh man, Beastique. That's a shame. It's all down to Forzi. Well, Forzi found out he was looking to try and get plant there at least, but this rifle round going to be rather important. Shock able to gain some information and re-peek into Starry. Spray not working out there for Starry. He'll lose his life. Now we're going to see Sinners starting to gain an advantage. This could be our first round on the board here on Overpass. Be fairly important. Zedko. Oof. That's rough. We do see Spitty traded out. Looking to hit it. And lauNX finds out the first. Starting to respond. 2 players on site to fight. Quickly, Speedy finds out Tom Keys. Looking for another. Peeks out. lauNX will be good for it. And a final as well. As Beastique does trade it out and Spitty to end it. That'll be an 8th round flawless. Ooh. Jock's able to find out one. That's a good start. And Spitty able to find out 2. Zedko there for one for himself. We do see he gets traded out, unfortunately. Or Beastique gets traded out. Zedko is able to find out the refrag. Now looking for the off shot. Slack swings through and loses his life. Rawls looking to fight it. Won't be able to. And finally, looking to hold this down. Both rifles are here. Swinging through. One will be found out. Rawls will be good for the first, but before he falls. But Slack's there for the trade. He will be eliminated, ultimately leaving it down to the pistols. Hey, something to note. There's still one at Toxic. And, well, he might be a bit of a linchpin. But he's still there. Exits silently out of the smoke and finds one. He is traded out. And Starry gets the final, but BC there to trade it back. An assured third. Zedko finds out 2 towards B. Oh, could he ace? Rawls is saying no. He doesn't want him to. Well, let's play BC. Will finish it off. See them take things back under wraps. Sinners need to win this round. All things considered. So Sprout gonna be pretty. Zeko catching out Spitty. That's the B site. Completely clean. We'll see Slacks and lauNX still keeping things alive for the time being. They do fight. Yep, there we go. 4 for centers. We see Slacks pick up the first with the carry. Oh. lauNX is able to find one, of course. That boost spot working out beautifully for him. Rawls shock swing through and get the timing on the Starry. But there are 3 rifles in the hands of Sprout now. 2 that were carried over, 1 that was picked up. Which isn't that great right now. Yeah, Forzy saves up. Buy rounds. Look at. Oh, there's some shots rigging through. Rawls. Gonna be able to find one. He's traded down to even. Shots come out of lauNX. lauNX has been looking so good recently. We'll find Forzy getting one. Now has to blitz their way onto the site. Zeko finds out one. Traded out, though. He's going to go ahead and look to stick it. Spitty at the edge of the smoke will be found. And that will be centers collecting a fit. But it's certainly something to work with. This is round 15 and a very important one at that. And Sprout going to start off with Starry to collect one. Ooh, Forzy finds out one. Zeko there for the other. Quick shots, Spitty gaining another, but Forzy keeping things alive. Put it down into a 2 versus. Ooh. Spitty. Looking to rotate up, found out there right at the end. That'll be 9-6. Looking to thunder away, Sprout. Ooh, finds out the first. That's Starry. Looking for 2, doesn't win out the fight. With Zeko. He'll win that one out at the last minute. Now thunder. Now centers making their way up. Oh God, Spitty! Jesus! I'll be around for Sprout, starting off with a right foot for themselves. And ooh, it's a big opener. To Sprouts, and they're looking to do it silently. lauNX finds the first. Puts it down to a 3 versus 3 as Starry gets one. Zeko tapping away, gets another before he falls. See Forzy coming up from the back line. Leaves it down to Slacks. He's got himself the bomb. He's going to fake the plant first. Trying to pull a player out of position, but 8 seconds on the clock. He doesn't really have the chance to play anymore and will be eliminated. Centers converting. 14. Now, as we are rolling yet again, you will see it ended out pretty quickly. Ooh. Alright. 1. The shots out, Speedy connect. Echo falls. Loses barely any time on the clock. Sprout. They're finding these players out and picking them apart, but finally they'll commit towards B to get the plant. Jock found out from Monster. That'll be all she wrote about that. This is going to be a round going the way of Sprout to collect their 11th and not allowing the side. Yep, lauNX cleans him up. B-Chick. Gonna be able to find out one. Now looking for a little bit more, playing aggressive there in Con. It's working out for him. Shock able to find out the player that was looking to aggress through Monster. 2 huge picks to get things rolling. B-Seek finds another, and well, they've kind of just doing this one by one, which isn't working out for them in the slightest. Yeah, like I said, 1 by 1. Beastique finds out 1, 2, and 3. Shuts them down, shuts them up. Still re-peeking into his crosshairs. See? Flags fall as well. And ace. Ace 2. Ace! There we go, Beastique. There's the ace. Beastique, Zeko able to find one out each. Initial aggressors. Route gonna be dissuaded. Put by the wayside. Shock. Finds out Slags was waiting there in the tunnel. Zedko follows suit with one of his own, leaving it all down to Spitty. Oh, once again, very lackluster round out Sprout there on their T side. That's another round going the way of Sinners. Zedko gains the kill on the rolls. And the push towards A, or B rather, looking to come out, and Spitty we take it out from behind. Shock gets the other, and Shock C to get 2. That will be for like the match is live. I was like, oh, that match is up. That's not a spoil. Then I looked up, I was like, yeah, there's a delay. Anyway, Spitty playing quickly. Able to find out 1. We do see Starry there for 1 as well. Tom Keys will be there for the trade. But now it's a 3 versus 4 retake. Sprout thundering their way onto this B site. Able to gain that plank. Gonna have money into the next round, to say the least, but they have 2 right. Utility comes out. And the shots get ready to fall. 2 Slacks. Good for 1. Before he's trading it out and trading it down. Nearly gets another, but that close quarters wasn't able to find the final fight. That will be another round. Ooh. Alrighty, lauNX opening things up, looking to keep this map alive if possible. If they want to try and do this in 2-0. But Beastique has other matters in his mind, finding out the first for his tide of Sinners. Forzy following it up for 1 as well. That's rolls eliminated. Final 3. Sprout now have to try and find their way towards the site. We'll see lauNX open things up. Gets an HE on to Tom Keys. Starts to open up the B site. Hides 4-8 there to respond. And just kind of exposing himself to the upper. We will see Sinners take the rounds and the map. Looking through mid, looking to go towards this B site. lauNX out towards stairs, finds out 2 Shock and Zedko both lose their lives, bringing it down to the final 5, and beautifully done there for Sprout. Now on to a bit of a deco round. They're looking to respond back right now. Sprout just playing with the utmost aggression, trying to make their way onto sites really quickly, and so far it's been rather successful. We do see some shots coming through, and Forzy's hitting some good stuff. One player is rather low. Someone to note really quickly though is Spitty, and he's going to be running through to find out the first and leaving it all down to Shock. Oof, there is 1. Does he get this last? No. Spitty takes it away, and that will be a second. Ooh. Slacks. It's a good first. So a lot of utility is thrown towards A. Of course, he will be able to find one with that boost. The only man on B going to be eliminated. Zedko trying to push up against them to slow. Ready to peek out. Looking for the fight. So far, it's not working out for him, but Zedko peeks into his crosshairs. Gets eliminated, bringing it down to that 4 versus 5. Still prying away at this B site. Tom Keys in a good position to find 1 on the lauNX, who's rather low. Of course, Slacks on the opposite end of the map is able to find out 1, or the B site. He's able to get 2 as well, as Tom Keys done and dusted. And we'll Spitty finds out Beastique and Shock. He'd look to take first fight. Finds out rolls. The skin of his teeth. Still tagged to even. Fights directly and win them out cleanly. But unfortunately, Graham Speedy takes off his head. And that will be nicely done. That go. That's a big shot there. He's able to get out alive. And look to make their way through. Sprout. Looking good. Starry with 4 there. And, well, not a great start. We will see Forzy and lauNX trading it back and forth. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. It's alright. There isn't much map control gained. Oh, that's such a big angle for Starry. Tags come out. The frag won't be there. Oh, there it is. Big stick, well timed, well placed. And Starry finds out Tom Keys. He's down a B stick and Forzy. So I'd like to try and retake. Sorry. In a good position to deny B-Steak, but I think B-Steak's going back off as Forzy. That's rather unfortunate. We'll see shots being fired back and forth by the Operas, and Forzy going to come out just yet. Kill comes out. Is put down the side of Sprout many more rounds. And unfortunately there for Zyko, he doesn't check the corner. Loses his life. Tom Keys trades one, but is traded out, leaving it down to B-Steak. B-Steak knows how important. For the time being, he hasn't isolated him too much. And Starry, looking good, claims a knife. Alright, Starry. That's hot. Able to claim 2 very quickly. lauNX there for the other. And now it's all down to Tom Keys and Shock. And ooh, Tom claims a kill and a second. Looking hot. All of a sudden, this is a semblance of doable. Tom swings through, finds a 3rd, finds a 4th. Oh, Tom! Now he has to ace. Isn't on the bomb for the time being. He's playing with the little bit of time that he's got left. He could do this all on his own. But Big Sal gets eliminated by Speedy. That will be 10. That is. Gets tagged down to 92. He's going to be able to find out one. That's an advantageous pick, but Slack's there to find him out. Raids it back down to even. He gets tagged out by the Opera of Forzy. Forced off the angle for the time being, but Speedy coming up through mid. He's able to dry peek Tom and eliminate him. lauNX finds out Zedko. Leaves it down to Forzy and Shock already. Bomb going. Oh, lauNX. That might have gone in between the crack. I might be wrong on that, but. Oh, Spitty. Finds out one. Rolls there for the other. And it's left all down to Shock and Co. Shock's able to find out one. Might be able to swing through to find out another. And Shock survives for the time being. We do see Zedko gain 1. Put it down to a 3 versus 3. Round. If they can do it here, that would be brilliant. And Forzy does find 1. Straight out to even by Spitty. And up from behind, Forzy gets a trade, but Slack's there for 1 as well. Now it's Zedko versus Slacks in a 1v1. And timing works out for Zedko. And finally, Sinners really need to get themselves 3 rounds in a row now. Just been so dominant from Sprout. And right now, it's looking good. Ooh. lauNX gets 2. Forzy there for the trade. Looking for another. Gets a 3rd to his name. Shuts it down, shuts it up, and possibly takes the fight with Forzy and wins it. Puts it down to a 1 versus 1. He's going to starts to hear noise. Oh, no, he didn't. But spots him out there. It is. B-Steak 2. I was a little bit worried there. lauNX tried to do something. I'm not sure how Speedy got through without being noticed. Ooh, good boost working out there. Shox is able to gain 1. Speedy trades it out onto Forzy, looking for more. Shoxy looking good for 3, looking at 4, but misses the shot. It's brought down into a 1v2. And he catches 1 off guard, nearly 2. Starry now aware, peeks through, finds him out, and 13-2. Sprout! A dominant push comes out. Shots come through. Slack's good for 1. Tom Keys good for the other. Forzy and Rawls trading it back and forth, brings it down to a 3 versus 3. The shots ring out, and Rawls gonna be able to take it away with 3 for himself and 14 for... Now, as we do head in to the round, Rawls gets the first. Tom Keys keeps the fight alive for himself by putting it down to a 4 versus 4. Stay his presence in mid. HiGHLiGHTS very quickly with the deagle. Will disrupt the side. The Sprouts is able to swing through off of a flash to eliminate Slacks, leaving it down to lauNX and Rawls. A shot rings out. lauNX wins that through. And quickly, lauNX now all alone. 1v2. Looking for the first. Gets swung on by Beastique. And that will be a... Zeko gonna be able to open things up on the lauNX. That brings us down into a 3. Jock making its way all the way through mid. Gonna be found out by Rawls. As now Tom Keys is all alone in the engagement with Speedy. He puts on smoke. Speedy looks to respond. Tom able to find one through the smoke, but Speedy to finish it up. That will be GG's.